welcome back to Broken Island, Episode 8. I think it's Episode 8. We're going to go with Episode 8. Today, I'm going to be going over quite a bit of stuff at first. We're going to be making a bunch of changes as far as, like, I'm going to be showing you this. We're going to be opening crate keys. We're going to be checking our loot. We're going to be selling a bunch of stuff, making a bunch of money. It's going to be incredible, and I think it's going to be pretty action-packed. And then we're going to start planning out our pork grinder. Yes, you heard me right. We're going to turn into pork grinding businessmen here, following the bow top on the server, Spider Venom. My goal is to not only beat him, but to smoke him. I'm calling you out. I'm on my way. Actually, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that, to be honest. He's got a pretty cool setup, but I am going to actually show off his setup today, and maybe we'll be able to make something cool out of it, or maybe we won't, and this will end up being a fail. But we're also going to be building a house today in Minetown, which is a big town on the server, like the original town on the server, and it's really cool, so we're going to be doing that. Lots of stuff happening, but let's go ahead and jump on into the game. So, basically, I got some splaining to do here. So, if we go ahead and fly on up, I don't think fly is activated. I have another account on the server right now. I have my alt account, and you can see the username right there. See that? Nick King, there it is. He's sitting in this atrocious treehouse. We'll fix this eventually, but for now, he's sitting in there, and it's as big as it is because the phantom somehow kept attacking him through the cobblestone, but since I started doing this and made it kind of like 2 walls thick, he's been perfectly fine. But obviously, he's standing up here, so our mobs will spawn in our mob grinder here, and they are falling down. Now, if you go look at last episode, you'll notice that I set it up to where I had to kill the mobs, and later I decided that's not something I wanted to do, that I wanted the mobs to die automatically unless they had armor on, at which point I do have to come in here and kill them, and that is a little bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world, right? So we come in here, I kill the mobs that don't have armor on, and then or the mobs that do have armor on, their armor drops, and it's done. All the other ones just fall and die, basically. So if we go ahead and we can put all the stuff we just accidentally picked up there, and last episode when we left off, we had 1 chest. Well, 1 chest filled up pretty quickly, and so now we have quite a few chests. Now, not all of these are full, but if we start at the bottom here, we will see that most of them are. So that's full. We'll skip like 3 here, and then that one's also full. Everything in between of that one, by the way, and the bottom one is full. This one's full, or sorry, not that one. That one's full, and that is the last chest we have. Now, there are still 4 empty chests, but I've only been AFKing for 2 days, and you can get the idea. It's going to take a while to fill all of those up, and that's good because I don't want to really have to sell anything or do anything like that in between episodes. That's why I set that up as big as I did. So let's go ahead and kill this baby zombie, and we're just going to kind of sell all of this loot, right? That's my idea here. I'm going to sell everything except bows. I'm going to try to make an awesome bow by combining everything together. So this is going to be rather boring, selling all these arrows and stuff. So as you can see, there was a bow. See that? But it's going to be kind of boring selling all this stuff, so I'm just gonna do it. So yeah, if we just sell hand here, how much is all these arrows gonna even be? So 89 bucks for 64 arrows, right? So if we do sell hand all, what are we gonna get? Let's see. Not bad, 2 grand. We're starting this at $321,000. I'll see you once I've sold everything in here except the armor and the bows and stuff. Okay, we have finally sold everything that we had, basically, and this is what's left. We didn't gain too much money. We're at $360,000 later. We're going to get a lot more money than that, but we have quite a bit of armor here, right? A lot of armor. And what's good is we can actually take and break that armor down using MCMMO now. So we need gold and we need iron to be able to do that, right? We need an iron block and a gold block, and we can break stuff down. Thing is, we have to start with wood and work our way up. So we might end up actually needing to do some mining. I don't know exactly how we're going to get this done, but I know we can. So we do need 9 gold, and we need 9 iron as well. Where's our iron at? Is it right there? There we go. We need 9 gold, and we need 9 iron. There we go. So with that, we should be able to kind of get things rocking. And yes, I did mention we have MCMMO now. You can now level up stuff. The only skill that I've leveled up is my farming, right? My harvesting and things like that. And that's because we have 1 thing of sugarcane, 1 thing of sugarcane, 1 thing of sugarcane, 1 thing of sugarcane. We have carrots, we have more carrots, we have more sugarcane, a bit of wheat and seeds. We have more sugarcane, more sugarcane, more sugarcane, more sugarcane. Yeah, pretty crazy stuff there. And then we've also got some boating keys and some global keys we're going to redeem. So, yeah, tons of stuff. But for now, let's see if we can break down what we can break down, what we can't break down. And we're going to have to do some grinding because that's what MCMMO is here to be able to really get this rocking. But let's go ahead and really quick make ourselves a gold block. And then make ourselves a iron block, right like so. Boom. And then that goes there, and that goes there. That was very loud. Ouch. Also, I would like to apologize. In the background, this entire episode, you've been hearing mobs spawning up there because the alt account had, well, mobs or sounds on, and with that, you heard the mobs spawning. Now we should just hear them falling and dying here. So, alright, so let's go ahead and see if we can break any of this stuff down. I have a suspicion we may be able to... Yeah, you aren't skilled enough to salvage damaged items. And, okay, so I need more leather to be able to, like, do that, right? And it's glitching out, and it's like, I'm trying to do it, but I can't do it. Okay, that's fine, so we can repair that. Let's see, bow here. What about a bow? Can we salvage a bow? You aren't skilled enough to salvage damaged items. And then there we go. So you must be level 10 to repair a bow. So we can repair leather. We just need leather to repair leather. Does that make sense? I think so. So we'll just leave this up here for now and get back to it a little later in the episode. Any of this good? We have power. Wow, we actually do have some good stuff on these bows. Okay, yeah. We get a power 2 unbreaking, 3 punch 1. Wow, okay, cool. That's going to be an actually really good bow when we combine those. For now, though, let's go ahead and sell all of our items and then go ahead and get ourselves a, whatever it's called, up and running as well. Go ahead and get these vote keys redeemed. So I'm going to start selling. I'll see you guys here in one moment. All right, and this is our last inventory of sugarcane. We went from 360,000 to, if we hit tab, 842,000. So not bad, over double the amount of money we had before now in our bank account. So not too shabby there. Let's go ahead and knock out these voting keys. And the reason I'm doing that is we need leather. The best way to get leather would actually be to, how do I put this? Win some spawners, right? So we win some spawners, then we can buy a cow egg and make a cow spawner. I swear there was some carrots over here. Have I sold all my carrots? It would appear that I have. Okay, no, there they are. Okay. I just need some food. Alright, so let's go ahead and warp crates and get these keys taken care of. So warp crates here. Boom. And now we have 27 global keys and 26 voting keys. So let's just go ahead and do this. So I'm going to open all the global keys and then, or let's start with the voting keys. So open all the voting keys and then open all the global keys. And I'll let you know how much I get when it's all said and done. So we're starting with $842,000. I'm interested in items and money. I don't really need claim blocks. So let's do it. All right, so we are rolling the last voting key here. And as you can see, we won quite a bit of stuff from this. So basically, our money didn't go up much, which is fine. It's voting keys and not a big deal. We were at $842,000, now we're at $857,000. So over $10,000, but not too incredible either, right? Now, what is awesome is the fact that we actually got an Electra out of this and some pretty cool stuff, like a Frostwalker 2 book, another Frostwalker 2 book, an Unbreaking 3 book, and a Mending book, meaning we can put this on our main pickaxe, and just like that, bada bing, bada boom, we're kicking butt and taking names with that pickaxe without ever having to worry about it breaking. We also got some water breathing potions and some, whatever it's called. There was something else we got, I swear. I forget. But anyway, we got some potions there, and time to go fishing. We got that twice. We'll sell some of this stuff. Got some diamond horse armor as well. We're going to use that at our house in Minetown. But what's really exciting is actually this, our global keys. Now, we're starting our global keys with 257,000. Let's see how much money we get when it's all said and done. And I'm at 857,000. Guys, I can't talk today. Anyway, there we go. 10 golden apples. This is a great way to start. And the best way to end our last global key is actually with 20 grand. So in that, we went from $857,000 to over $1.07 million. Yeah, $1,072,000. Not too bad, if you ask me. And we actually also won a cow spawner, which is the big thing here. We got some golden apples right at the beginning, which you guys saw, and we got 60 iron blocks out of it. But the biggest thing is a cow spawner and this legendary key. So let's go ahead, run the legendary key, see what we get. Most likely we're going to get a lot of money, a spawner, or something else like that, or 5 god apples. We got burned on our legendary key. Let's see. I'm just gonna give myself another one. No, should I do that? Should I do that? Let me know in the comment section down below if next week you want me to open up 5 legendary keys and 5 mythic keys to start the episode. That's something I can definitely do. But with that, our kind of task and like housekeeping stuff is done. We are now at $1.07 million in the bank account, and we've gotten ourselves another spawner. So if we do home, right, we can actually check out here what is going on and kind of really get things going. So let's go up to the top. Wait for it. I want to build our pig farm, right? I want to build a big, massive, huge, that's what she said, pig spawner. We're just going to throw down this cow spawner right here, by the way, and just murder cows as they come out. I think that's the best course of action here. I also need to go in here and like get my armor and sword and, you know, all of that stuff because I don't have it, and I need that stuff. So let's go ahead and put all that on. So all of this, and I'm also going to just kind of organize all of my crap that I got here. So we've got 60 iron blocks. It might be time to throw up a beacon here as well. We've got some water breathing potions, some enchanted books. These enchanted books are actually going to come in handy here. I swear we have like an area for like fancy things. Let's make this top one for like our enchanted books and our crate keys, and all of our enchanted stuff can go in here. So, boom. We got time to go fishing here. I think it would be cool to put a clock up, maybe like right there. How do you put clocks on the wall? Can you? I don't know. But then we'll just go ahead and kind of throw this stuff in over here with like mob loot, I guess. I really don't know. Give me 1 second. So it actually slipped my mind. We won an Electra in that. That's not something you see every day. Like, that doesn't happen often. But I'll go ahead and just keep this like in here, I guess, because yeah, we don't really need to do anything with that. We'll go ahead and sell these carrots because why not? Sell hand, booyah. Wait, what? What are we doing? Why isn't it? Why didn't sell hand work? There we go. That time it worked. Now we can go ahead and put these back here. We're gonna go ahead and throw these turtle eggs up top. I wonder if our last one's hatched. Probably, but I honestly they've swimmed away, I think, because I do not see any. Yeah, the turtle eggs are gone, and there's no turtles, so we'll just go ahead and plop those down there, and that'll be that. But we need to murder some cows as we as we go along here. So let's go ahead and do that, and go ahead and kill this cow, and we'll just kill the cows as we see fit, and grab the leather and stuff and sell it eventually, and actually use it to repair our armor here to level up so we can eventually salvage stuff. But nevertheless, what do we need to do? What's happening? I don't know. Let's talk MCMMO. So my only skill that I've really leveled heavily in MCMMO is basically this, right? Harvesting. And that's because all week I've been going through and harvesting all of my food and crops and everything, and that's leveling up MCMMO. And eventually here, it will level it up for us again, right? But we're at such a high level now, it's taking quite a while to level up. And did you notice it planted these right behind us? That's pretty cool, right? And the reason it's doing that is because it's an MCMMO ability, right? I'm losing track of my thoughts for some reason. Okay, so there we go. And eventually it'll level up. Just let me harvest these, and I'll talk to you guys once it does. There we go. It instantly happened. Right as I said I was going to do a jump cut. Guess what? It leveled up in there. As you can see, we are level 240 with MCMMO. Like herbivore? Not herbivore. Like herbology. Basically farming, right? We are quite a high level in that. And the carrots do a pretty good job at it. But I'll tell you what really does an awesome job at this, and that is the sugar cane. When we start getting that stuff, the XP just flies in. But let me go ahead and plant real quick. Well, that took much longer than expected, but all of the carrots are now harvested. What's really cool about leveling up MCMMO here and looting it fast with the harvesting is the sugar cane. The sugar cane, see, there we go, we're already leveling up. And it really does go really fast, right? So sugarcane taken care of, the MCMMO leveling much quicker than the carrots even are. And I've actually been thinking about this, and I'm thinking about expanding our sugarcane farm this way and just kind of getting rid of all of this farming, right? We don't really need it, right? We can live off of the carrots we already have in our inventory. I mean, this is enough carrots to last for a very long time, and pretty soon we're going to be making so much pork and so much meat and stuff, we can just use that for our food. So there's no real reason for us to have the carrot or especially the wheat farm at this point. So I think that might be something we tackle, is actually just getting rid of it, right? We don't need it anymore, so we're just going to get rid of it and set up ourselves another expansion of our sugarcane farm, because the sugarcane is where the money's at. I mean, I can do /sell hand all of this sugarcane, And boom, right there, that was 7 grand just from the upstairs of the sugarcane. And I just picked up another 64 block that we missed, right? So now we can come down here. We have an entire level that's actually bigger than the top level of sugarcane that we can sell. So, you know, I mean, we're looking at 14,000 a harvest, whereas you're not making that with the carrots. Like, nowhere near. What if we just go ahead and sell all of the carrots in our hand? Just real quick. Even the food, that's fine. Yeah, 3,000 for all of those carrots. So I think the real money here is in the sugarcane, and expanding our sugarcane where our, you know, carrot and wheat farm is probably the best idea. But we go ahead and harvest the rest of this. I will see you guys once I'm done, and we're already at MCMMO level 244 with herbalism. That's what it's called. There we go. I got the name right. But we're already at level 244, so yeah, pretty fast leveling up with the sugarcane here. There we go. All of the sugarcane's harvested. We were able to get to 245 on our level, and we can just go ahead and sell all of this sugarcane. Just like that, an extra 10 grand. So there you go. You got $24,000 from that little sell. And now we're at almost $1.1 million. So, cool stuff. Okay, that's kind of where we're at. That's what's happening. Our cow spawner is not spawning anywhere nearly enough cows, in my opinion. I mean, come on now. What you even doing, man? What you even doing? But, yeah, can we... I just want to try this. I just want to try to repair some leather here. There we go. It actually let us repair that. So now, we can't sell it, I don't think. So we can do slash sell hand. I don't think we can, though, yeah. But what we can do is break it down back into leather and then repeat the process. You know what I'm saying? So break it back down to leather, and that's just the grinding of leveling up MCMMO until we get to like level 10, and then just keep going and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat the process until it's all, well, it's all done. So come on, kill the cow, get the leather. And I can honestly just do this for the rest of the episode, but I'm not going to do that. So let's go ahead and talk about our, let me kill these guys real quick. Let's go ahead and talk about our pork farm. Now, pork is one of the best things you can farm. Pork and cows, actually, are the best things you can farm on the server, right? We do slash bow top, right? We do have the top 2 guys in the server selling pork. Spider Venom and Fireman both sell pork, and they actually run their pork thing together, their pork factory together. And then Login Details, he is running a cow farm, right? That is getting his stuff going. So basically, that's kind of what we're looking at, right? That is what bow top looks like, and because of that, pork is probably how I want to do this. Now, there are some costs involved, and I know you could do this with lava, but I don't want to do that. Lava doesn't have a 100% kill rate. So what I'm wanting to do is drop the pigs from a high place down to the ground, kill the pigs, cook the pork with our, you know, furnaces and stuff like that, and then boom. There you go. It's done. It's the same setup. We're doing some corporate espionage here that Spider and Fireman use. So they've told me that I could go check out their base. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, I don't think any of them are online, right? No, Fireman nor Spider is online. But let's see if I've set a home here. Give me 1 second. After a bit of finagling, I think we've made it here. So this is kind of their compound. These guys are 2 awesome supporters of the server. They have tons of sugarcane. They have tons of, like, even sugarcane farms here that they can harvest. All their sugarcane, by the way, is manual harvesting, just like mine is. So I respect them in that regard as well. They've got pumpkins and all sorts of stuff going on. Multi-level farms with just, like, all of the hopper systems and stuff. It's pretty freaking incredible. But the main show of their whole entire business model for getting bow top is this. You've got pig spawners, and you've got pig spawners here, and you've also got pig spawners over there. And wait, what was that? I thought I saw Milk Dead there. Yeah, it looks like he's taking down. Let's just go ahead. We'll help him out here. Give him a quick heal. Here we go. That ought to help him out. But nevertheless, we've got all of the pig spawners here, and as you can see, it uses a piston timing system to push the pigs into the water there, and then they just fall, right? That's what happens. So basically into this, and then they fall all the way down to the bottom, and they die. And that's that. That's basically what happens. Then it's cooked, right? So we got to get down to the bottom real quick. I don't know exactly how to get down to the bottom. I've never really, like, I've seen him go down to the bottom because he streams. By the way, I'll link Spider Venom's stream down below. But I don't know how to get down there myself. So we're just going to use a bit of an admin command to get down here because I don't know where the ladder's at. So basically, this is the pig chute. They all fall down here, and all the pigs obviously do die when they hit the bottom. All right, so now that we're down at the bottom, we can really see how this is working, and kind of get an idea as to what's happening. So obviously, they're all going into here. I'm gonna ignore his claim. So they're all going into here and filtering down using hoppers. And this is also the second one. Now, looks like he might be. Yeah, they have a backup of pork over here, and it's not processing fast enough. So anyway, it comes down here, and then you've got your cookers, right? So it filters down into your furnaces, which are then getting fed with coal from the bottom. And, yeah, they're cooking all of the pork. And then it's pulled out of the furnaces and back down into basically their reserves down there. So I got to figure out how to get down there. I don't know how to navigate their base. But basically, this is kind of how it all works. So raw pork storage room. And they probably are going to start building up reserves back here. And by the way, that's what's crazy about them. When I start challenging them for Battle Top, if it ever happens, they will, how do I put this? They have reserves that are ready to be activated, and that's how ballin' these guys are. But as you can see, so much pork is backed up here, and it's all done with chest. And they've even got, speaking of reserves, I think these are all reserves. Oh, it looks like they've sold. Yeah, there it is. So they're building up this reserve here to just ready to sell whenever they need to. But yeah, so that's kind of how this setup works. Raven, what is this? Okay, so these are like their mines, but like, that's kind of what I'm wanting to do here. Replicate this system. And I know it could use lava, but again, lava causes more lag than this system. This is actually a relatively lag-free system they use because it's cooking everything instead of having, you know, the pigs running around on fire and then gaggling together. As soon as a pig spawns, they're alive for probably 30 seconds max, and then they die. One thing that I don't know how I'm going to do is they have the pistons, right? The redstone pistons, pushing them off. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Now, I wanted to look at what, I don't know what they call. It's a super cooker, basically, but I don't know how to access it. So let me go ahead, and I want to replicate this setup. So this is where the corporate espionage comes in, because up to this point, I could have gotten everything done. I could feed them into the furnaces with hoppers. I could do all of that. I could pull them back out. But this is where the corporate espionage comes in. And this is this cooker system that they have right here. All spread out across all of these cookers, constantly cooking different types of pork. So much so, there's actually no backup on this side of things. And it is very, very impressive, right? So if we come down here, we can see all of the pork that this has cooked. And where's it at? Come on, there we go. So now we get down here, and this is all the pork that this has cooked. By the way, each piece of pork, if we go into shop here, sells for $23. That's per piece, right? So you sell 64 pieces of pork, and you are rocking and rolling, and they have chests full of this stuff. So this is kind of the side that I'm wanting to replicate. This is the system I'm wanting to replicate, even down to how they have the chests stacked up and down like this, right? Okay, there we go. Our acrobatics just went up to 5, but that's kind of my goal here. That's what I'm wanting to do, and that's my plan. So I don't know when I'm going to do this. I don't know if I'm going to do this episode even, but that's kind of the plan. Within the next 2 episodes or so, we're going to be building our super cooker, right? And our pork factory, basically. And I want to do this on our island or in somewhere else. I've got to talk to some people that own a town on the server. So let's go ahead and do /warp Minetown. And we can really see here where I'm wanting to do this and how I'm wanting to do this. So basically, this is Minetown. Minetown is an awesome town on the server. It's got tons of active players here. You guys have been incredible getting it where it's going and like building the server all yourselves. Recently, Patrick joined this town. His house is right there, and we can check that out in a second. Spider Venom, the guy who we were just at, also joined this town. Now, if you notice, there's an empty lot right here. That's because I've acquired this lot. This is the lot where I'm going to be building my house. Yes, it is a lakefront. It's got a dock. It's very nice. But I was going to do this episode, but I have decided in this episode that I'm going to kind of keep this episode right here a little short. That I'm just going to do some planning, and the next episode we'll build this. When will next episode be up? This week. So you get 2 episodes of Broken Island here on PlayDontBreakDownCraft.com this week, and then that means with this episode we can kind of do the cooker. So the mine town of the state of Patrick Fassler, that's what this is, and you can come in here, and he actually bought this from somebody, and we've done some renovations on it and done some changes. For example, I rebuilt the entire pool here. It's got a hot tub, beautiful pool. I actually really like this because if we go fly here real quick, we can see that this does in fact waterfall down twice, so it's like a double infinity pool, which is really cool. And then it actually goes into like a river, which is even cooler to me. And then we've got like this barrier all the way around here. I say we because I helped with pretty much all of this as well. But yeah, so this is really cool. You can do /warp Minetown like I did to you know, come over here and check all of this out. But yeah, overall a really, really cool system, and I think he's actually has plans of building out all the way over this beach, possibly. So yeah, cool stuff there. Beautiful, beautiful setup, and overall just a really, really, really cool town. And I can't wait to build my house right out in front of Patrick's. Right out there, right on the water. Absolutely stunning. So that's kind of the plan. That's what we're going to be doing next episode. But let's go ahead and /home. And let's kind of plan out where we're going to be putting this super cooker, right? This pork factory. I think I'm going to, I have to put it on this island, right? So these are the requirements. It has to be on this island, and I have to be able to use this account right up here to AFK. Now, it doesn't have to be standing there, but I want to be able to AFK this and AFK our pork farm. And that's why I'm thinking this tree works. Now, I'm wanting to cut down this tree, actually. I don't want to leave it up in, you know, in the air. And the reason for that is because, honestly, we kind of need to build this in the air right here. And I could try to build it onto the tree and, you know, terraform it and all that, but I don't really want to do that. I want to kind of leave it open. I want to show what it is. I want to be proud of this, right? Now, another possible site that I might be expanding of the pork factory in the future is in Minetown, actually. I think building a pork factory in Minetown would be really cool, but before I start doing that, there are some potential lag hazards that I would like to, you know, address with the guys who run that town. I just think it's kind of a mean thing to go in there and just build this big pork factory and, you know, not have any, like, oh, there we go. We've got the super axe. Are we gonna, oh, man! We did it. Ow. That was a lot of lag that happened. Woo! There we go. We lagged out of it. We're good. Well, we didn't lag out of it, but the lag stopped. That was insane. But basically what I did there was activate the MCMMO ability with the left click, and it allowed us to mine that entire tree with one click and a lot of lag. I want to turn off those fireworks, by the way. That's what most of that lag is caused by, all those particles happening. But there we go. So, boom. Just like that, that tree is mined, and we're good. Right here is where I'm thinking about putting this. Right now, I'm also probably going to have to expand the island over some here. And I'm okay with that. Only downside is I would like to do it all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. But that's pretty far down here. As a matter of fact, what level are we on right now? The bottom of the ocean, we're on level 27. So, you know, that's a lot of blocks, and I don't think it's actually worth that much. Which means changing all this from sand probably over to whatever it's called to be able to build this. But for now, let's just kind of road map it, right? So, if we go to Spider Venom's, basically, area here, I don't want to give away the location, so give me 1 second. So if we come back over to his pig farm here, it's actually relatively compact, right? So again, we're going to have to use a bit of an admin command there to just kind of do that. But okay, so now we're inside of the actual system, which is good. So he has this redstone timing system that powers these pistons on basically a repeating cycle. Now, I actually don't know how to do that. He also has, it looks like four spawners per area that are consistently spawning pigs, and then the pigs have to fall quite a ways to eventually die. So actually he's got some water systems to get them into the same place and actually be able to use them in a 2x system like this, which actually isn't a bad idea. So the biggest thing that I worry about here is the timing of these pistons and actually being able to set up the redstone to do that. I don't know how to do that, but it doesn't require too many blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. So 8 blocks wide is what one of these is. Now, obviously, he has a lot more than one of them, but I actually have an idea. So if we go ahead and just do /back here, sorry, that's actually where his home takes you. Yeah, I had to kind of glitch to do that. So /home broken island for me here, we'll be able to see. So with 8 blocks wide, right, we'll just use this to kind of workshop this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So that's how wide one of these is, which is pretty wide, but not anything crazy. But what I'm thinking is you should be able to have a system to where you can have 4 of these. So let me go ahead and mine all this up, and I'll really show you what I mean here with a block that looks better than, well, how do I put this? jungle wood. So I put our jungle wood away here, and now it's time to really get rocking and rolling on this. So I'm going to kind of build this in the ocean a little bit over here, kind of on this area. That way we know we have enough room. And I'll basically show you what I mean here. Got to kill these cows first, though. They just keep spawning, though, which I guess is part of the problem, or is what they're meant to do. But yeah. Okay, cool. So what my plan is we need this to be 8 wide, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? That's how wide it is this way. Now, we can do it as far back, I think, as we want in theory, right? In theory, you can go back as far as you want to be able to do this. So if we come back over here, right, and I'm just straight up stealing this. This is corporate espionage, everybody. You're seeing it in action. So if we go through here, we can see that these are wide this way, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But as far as this way, they're not too wide, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, come on, pigs. What are you doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then actually 8, 9 out in the front here because they need a 2x place to fall down. So overall, not bad. So if we go back to our home here, we can really start planning this out. So we've got this, right? So this is how wide this one is, but it can go back as far as we want, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 if we want his system to be the same as ours, right? So then, though, these 2 blocks are actually open because that's where the pigs are going to fall down from. But what's to stop us from building the exact same system right over here? You see what I'm saying? So now we have this basically triangle, or not triangle, this T pattern all the way up, all doing pork farming, right? So I'm going to do a proof of concept here. I'm going to go ahead and get like the first one of these set up, right? The first level. And from that point on, it's going to be kind of killing these pigs. I mean, that's just kind of the raw truth of it. The raw truth. I'm funny. But I might not build it here, and here's my thinking why. Because I know, it's going to take forever, I'll do that off camera. I know that we have this very large hole here. Why don't we just go ahead and use this to our advantage? We know it doesn't go into anything important, right? Except I think maybe our sugarcane farm might be there. Yeah, maybe some of the sugarcane farm is like in this area. But overall, I think we can use this hole, just build it all the way down to the bedrock, and yeah, that'll be good. Okay, so that's where I'm going to build it. I'm going to build it a little bit up in the sky here, and kind of because we want to be able to AFK, like, and AFK that as well. And then that'll be that. So I'll see you guys after a jump cut when I get, like, the first row of this kind of working. Okay, so I've been working on this, but look at how cute baby turtles are. Look at that. I have never seen this before, and I just wanna pick it up and hug him. You know, I used to have a turtle, interestingly enough. But that's crazy. Wow. Anyway, that's insane. Also, a little bit of a glitch there where that spawner was at. But I just mined the spawner, and this is a good time for an update. So, this is what we have so far. This is the basically same setup that Spider has over at his base. The only difference is, I'm thinking that I can actually power these pistons with an observer. Now, every time a pig spawns, it's not going to spawn right here, and I get that. But it is going to spawn and, you know, eventually get to here. And I can actually put one right here as well, right? Or like right here or something like that and push them off. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I don't know if it's going to work in practice. So if we do /shop, do we sell redstone torches in the shop? I believe we do. Yeah, we do. And I'm just going to buy some of these because I need to do some testing here. So in theory, whenever anything gets in front of that observer block, right, it should trigger, right? Or wait, am I going the wrong way with this? Let's see. I've been known to do that from time to time with observer blocks, so let's see if I'm going the wrong way with it. But basically, we should be able to, yeah, there we go. So now the redstone pulse is going into there, so if something gets in front of it, it should work, right? Is that how that works? Like, let's see. Sugarcane would actually work at this. Let's go grab just a piece of sugarcane real quick, because in theory, this should work with sugarcane, right? It should take the sugarcane. Once it sees the sugarcane, it should then explode, and then that would be good. And in theory, this would work. It may not work in practice, but it should work in theory. Nothing. No power given whatsoever. Is it on the wrong block? No, because it's going into that. How is it set up on our automatic sugarcane farm over here? Because that is something I need to look at here, is how it's set up on this. Because any one of these, right, will power the... oh, come on. Come on down. Will power the observer block. So as soon as it sees it, how's it working behind the scenes back here? This is what I need to see. Okay, so it's just like one block below, and anytime something sees that, it fires the redstone onto the piston there. Ah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Okay, so let's go ahead and just replace all of this, because I actually really like this room. Come on now. We don't just double in stuff or, you know, take the easy way out here. Boom, boom, and then we'll take this one as well, put that back, and now I'm going to go do some testing, right? So that's kind of the plan. That's where we're at right now, and in theory, as we build this on up into the air, we will be able to do one going this way, one coming back this way, and that way, all off of this main area here, right? Now, it might not work as much in practice, seeing this now as to how this setup is, but we'll figure it out, and we'll see what's up, and yeah. So, let's test this by putting this block of redstone up one. So, I'll see you guys here in a second. I don't think it's working correctly. If that wouldn't lag the server, in theory, that would work. But it's that piston there. The piston is triggering itself, which is what's really funny. I find this hilarious just to watch. It is lagging, like so. Let's go ahead. We'll cut that off. So it's working, kind of. I see why this isn't the most ideal setup now, and that a redstone timer sort of system is probably the best. But we tried our own way before going with what we know works. So we're gonna need that redstone there nonetheless. So we'll just leave that. But I have no clue how to set up this redstone timer. Something I can do, you know, later on. But I think at this point we're kind of done with this, right? So if we go to my /home spy, corporate espionage, everybody, we can kind of see how they set up. Yeah, so we just need that right there. And what about this redstone? What does this redstone look like back here? So it's a repeater system. Okay, so it's just a repeater system going back and forth, and it's all just tick, 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 tick down through here, and then eventually it triggers everything. Okay, I see what we have there. So it's actually not anything too complicated, just using a bunch of repeaters. So if we go back, it might actually, yeah, it takes me back here. So in theory, we could use a repeater system just off of a redstone block, or not redstone block, a redstone torch. So I'm gonna mess around with this and see what happens. Okay, so we now have the repeater system working, basically, right? So at this point, it goes down through, it triggers those, and then it works its way back around. Now, obviously, these pistons aren't part of it, so I'm adding those right now. But after these pistons are added, we are basically kind of good. I want to do some beautifying on it and stuff like that, and make it more even inside of our building, and probably move it back maybe just a little bit as well. I don't know, but as you can see now, both of these pistons are in fact firing. So yeah, I've kind of figured this system out. So I'm gonna go ahead, fix this, put a roof on this thing, and I think at that point we're gonna be done, guys. We're gonna have ourselves an automatic pig farmer, right? We just need the spawners, which is a thing that we need to do, which we can just move the cow spawner and change it, but then from that point we're gonna need more spawners, but that's not for today. Okay, so at this point it is it's working, it's running, right? So let's go ahead and get rid of all of this stone here. Boom. And now that's it. That's the base platform of it. It's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but it, like I say, gets the job done. You know what's very annoying though? Elytras. These guys are so annoying. I need you to hush up. All right, they are stupid annoying. Go die. Okay, there we go. I think I'm gonna give our AFK guy a bed so he can freaking get rid of those Elytra or whatever. Not Elytra, phantoms. But this is basically the base of our system here, right? So that's that. That's the setup, and I could add in a few more looking at this, actually, if I wanted to. But overall, I mean, it's pretty delayed. At least delayed enough for me. And now the pigs should be able to spawn. So let's go ahead and throw a pig spawner in here. I think the first one ought to just kind of go right here. And it'll be a cow spawner at first, obviously. But, yeah, it should start spawning cows. And then eventually those cows will get pushed off here. So, boom, there we go. And that cow pushed off, goes and dies, right? Now, he can't die, obviously. He can survive because of, well, we got to do that before he can't die. But now he should, the next time he's pushed off, fall down. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, that's kind of how this works. That's the entire system. Now, obviously, we need to set up a system at the bottom to cook them, because right now all they do is fall and, well, to their death, right? That's kind of how it works. But eventually, we'll set up an entire cooking system down here, probably starting exactly 20-something blocks down from that top one, because I don't want to build any below this one. And, yeah, that'll be that. So, one thing I do want to do is do /warp spawners real quick. And we have $1,000,000. So, by default, these are pig spawners, right? And then we need, how much do we need to be able to buy 200,000 to turn that into a pig spawner? So, let's do that and see where we're at here money-wise. So we need 100 grand, which sounds like a lot, but it's really not when you look at our sugarcane. So basically offline, what I'm going to do today is, or not today, but like what I'm going to do is add in spawners, right? So I'm going to go ahead, set up the bottom of this, and then I think we'll call this an episode. I've been recording for 2 hours, be it a lot of it has been jump cuts. But by the way, if you ever want to know how to change the spawner, just click on it with a spawn egg. It'll eat the spawn egg, but you change your spawner. So yeah. So now we have ourselves a functioning pig spawner, and the more we add of these in, the better. Boom. There we go. Now he dies, and we're rocking and rolling. So we're making music, as some may say. So let's go ahead and put glass all the way around, right like so. I'm actually going to expand. Come on now. We don't. Thank you. I'm actually going to expand these pistons. Or not pistons, what am I saying? The redstone circuit a little more. I feel like it's going a little bit fast for my liking and what I want it to do speed-wise. So did I accidentally misplace a glass block there? Felt like I did, but I guess I didn't. So, boom, go ahead, grab glass. Also, I'm sorry to Patrick. I just realized he can see this from his house. Let's get his live reaction. Hey, Patrick, can you jump on the server for a second? I want to see what you think about the monstrosity that I've built. A perfect view from your island. Yeah.
What have you done?
I'm making music, baby.
Huh?
I'm not making music. I'm making money. We're making lots of money with a pork farm.
Now you say we.
I mean,
and I know what that means here.
I mean me. I say we in order to make you more okay with it being in view of your island.
Why didn't you put it on the, I don't know, farm?
Because I don't AFK on the farm. I AFK over at the spawners, so that's where it needs to be, so we can AFK. It didn't look too bad. I can only imagine he's just going to grow jungle trees right now.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Doesn't look too bad?
I mean, I don't think it looks too bad.
Right at my island? And then you try to justify it as we? It's almost as bad as the pimple on top of your jungle tree.
Well, if I get rid of the temple, can I have the pork farm?
Can you just build a big wall that I can't see? Like the Great Wall of China that divides North and South Nick and Patrick over here.
So just build this great huge wall around? Like
I'm going to have Corruptor on here to build a wall so that I don't have to look at that.
You think it's that bad, huh?
Have you seen it from my view?
Let's see. Let's go over to this island here and see how it looks. I mean, it is pretty bad. It's just kind of like a floating platform in the sky because of the glass. That's funny.
And I don't know what it looks like in your texture pack, but in mine it looks awful. You know, it was so pretty over here. I had done so much work to make the island look nice, and then I walk out my front door, and there's a factory in front of my door. I'm moving to Minetown.
I showed off your Minetown house. I did.
No, it's just my house.
And that's Patrick's reaction.
You couldn't make it look any better than that?
I probably could make it look better. I'll give you that. I think I could make it look better and improve on that side of things. There are Patrick's thoughts. But I personally, I don't think it looks bad. It actually does look pretty bad. It's just like a floating platform. That's the problem. Where we used glass for the main chute is just a floating platform. But we can work on that another time. Right now, I need to make sure all of those repeaters I put down are ticked fully. And once I've done that, I think we'll be kind of good. I've expanded the whatever it's called, tick time a little bit on this. Not a ton, but just a little bit without expanding the footprint of everything. I'm sure there's some inefficiency here. I'm not a redstoner at all, but you know, it is what it is for me. So yeah, and it does get the job done. That's all that matters. So there we go. Cool stuff. That is looking good. And how much pork has actually from just one spawner fallen down here and just waiting to be collected? None, because of clear lag. That's perfect. It's exactly what it's supposed to do. So, yeah, that's kind of that. Now I need to go ahead and figure out exactly where these pigs are going to be dying at. So, let me do this really quick. So I went ahead and went down more than enough blocks, like 30 blocks or something like that, right? So, basically, fell down and they ought to die here. So let's see what happens whenever this, it should be ticking right now. Pushes him off and bye-bye, piggy. So let's see if he dies there. He does. He does die there. Good. So now, at this point, this is where we can put our hoppers. And I actually think I have some hoppers. So I'm going to go ahead, build this, and then finally be done with this episode. We've got kind of our first level of this set up. I also want to go ahead and kind of close this in. So really and truly, we should just be able to do it like right there. This doesn't need to be higher than it has to be, in my opinion. So we'll kind of do this. Yeah, I think we can do one at this level and it won't affect spawning or anything. So right around, and that'll be our roof, and that'll be that. All right, that's kind of our, that's what each level is going to be like. If we were using World Edit and really cheating here, we could just copy this level and it would be done. But we're not using World Edit. We're doing this 100% legit. Look at that. Pretty awesome stuff. I actually like the look of this from this side. It does look a little bit hideous from the outside. I wish you could put redstone on glass, but anyway, that's that. And let's see if the roof's affecting the spawning of this, because it's not spawning anything. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. It's not spawning a ton of pigs. We need more spawners, basically, is what the moral of the story is there. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and set up our hopper system down bottom and kind of start trickling that down to where we should be able to start auto-processing pork, even if it is on a small scale, and that'll be that. So, yeah, see you after a bunch of stuff happens and a jump cut. And just like that, everybody, so I put the extra raw beef that we have in there. Wait, where did those go? Give me that leather back. We don't need you having any of the leather. We now have a working pork grinders up and running. It is beautiful. It is absolutely incredible that we've been able to get this up and running in what I would consider a very quick fashion here. So now we can take this little bit of pork that we have, and this right here is the first sell of our journey. Boom. 138 bucks from just 6 pieces of pork. So yeah, as it keeps grinding, it's now automatic, and if we go up to the top up here, we will be able to see that basically things... Oh, what is this? Patrick's left. Payback is on its way. Patrick, rude. Ruined my view. Ruined my view of probably the island there. Okay, that's fair, I guess. But now we're working. We're grinding. Things are happening. We've got a redstone track on repeat here, and yeah, Patrick planted a bunch of trees. So that's basically that. That's where we're at. Now I want to get another spawner here. Basically, I think we might be able to if we go ahead and use some of our old money-making methods. So give me one moment. So for us to do that, I had to unload my inventory. So I'm going to unload my inventory, and there's one thing you'll notice. What is this? Yes, there is a new pathway in the house that takes you right on over to this, right? See this area? So this is actually the bottom of the pork farm, right? By the way, coal goes in here, and coal goes in there, pork comes in the top, or raw pork comes in the top, cooked pork comes out the bottom, as well as cooked steak and anything else that we have and decide to throw in there. Eventually it'll just be all pork, but we don't have enough spawners right now to really make that happen. So yeah, that's kind of the plan, and that's how it works. They die up at the top, right in this area. It comes on down through the system and sets them on fire. So yeah, it's not overcomplicated. I mean, it's a really, really simple system that gets everything kind of working here, but eventually we'll have to move these, by the way, and make it a lot more complicated than what it is right now. But for the time being, this gets the job done. I do need to put some ladders right there, though. So yeah, lots of chests, lots of hoppers working, but it does get it going, and it does make it work, and we can access it very easily from our storage room over here. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead, unload my inventory, see if we can't get another spawner, and end the episode. So I went to go ahead and put all my armor up here, and I'm actually just going to go ahead and put everything up, but I noticed one thing, guys. I don't have any of the rest of my armor. And I think that's because I died. I mean, I did. I died, and I, didn't think anything of it because I was like, all right, just go back and get my stuff because I fell down the pit. That's why I died. And I didn't get any of my armor back. So that means next episode, I think we get to do all of our armor in addition to building our mine town home. So that's going to be pretty cool. But basically, I'm still unloading my inventory. It takes a while, so see you after a jump cut and after I've harvested everything to see if we can mine a spawner. If not, in the episode. Okay, so let's see. We've kind of harvested everything. We've replanted everything. We're going to see how much money this makes us. We are looking at 110,000. If we can get 110,000, we can buy another spawner. So sell hand all, boom. So how much was that? 29,000, I think, or maybe a little less than that. Yeah, 2,000. And then sell hand all. We're not expecting much from either of the wheat or the seeds. Sugarcane's the big one, but it's not going to make enough, and we need over 100 grand, and that's 18,000. So with that, you can kind of see why we're doing this. Our money's nowhere near where it should be. So let's go ahead and actually drop down there. So home water base will take us almost right up to where we need to be here, and we can actually see how much pork we have. I don't expect a ton from one spawner, but we'll probably have a little bit, right? Yeah, one piece. One piece of pork, which makes me think I need to reevaluate where my AFK guy's going to sit, but that's a 4 offline. So we can sell that and make a cool $23. So basically, I'm not going to wait till next week to get that spawner upgraded. And what I mean by that is, unlike in the past where I have always waited for you guys to, say, hey, Nick, you can sell, basically, is how I kind of feel about it. Because I'm waiting on you to, for the Let's Play. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm not going to give that same luxury this time. I'm going to just do it, right? I'm just going to, as soon as I can, sell stuff, and see how much money I can make until I can get as many spawners as possible in here. I'm also going to go ahead and any keys that we get, I'm going to just go ahead and use those. And then next week, we will actually do 5 legendary keys and 5 mythic keys, right? Which is $30 worth of crate keys on the server. So that'll be really cool. But yeah, so that's kind of that. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This has been episode 8 of Broken Island, and it has been quite a long one. How long have we been recording? I don't even know. Freaking 2.5 hours. That's insane. Anyway, guys, I will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching Automated Pork Farm, Looking Fly. I'm Nick, and I'm out, guys. Peace.